Welcome to one of our new 10-minute tours of interesting boats, and behind me here is exactly that. This is the Cobra Yachts Seamaster 45. Now, Cobra yachts are built in Poland and they are extraordinarily good value for money. This 45-foot, 3-cabin trawler yacht starts at just €269,000 ex VAT, and you get an awful lot of boat for your money. So we're going to show you the whole thing, every cabin, in less than 10 minutes, so you can get a flavour of what it's all about without taking up too much of your precious time. So let's crack on, get on board and have a look round. My name is Hugo Andreae, you're watching Motorboat Yachting. Welcome to the 10-minute tour. Now this is a big boat for that kind of money, and I'm going to show you everything there is to see. So first up, it's a displacement hull. You can see under there, it's a deep, well, it's a shallow keel running down the middle of it. It's full displacement, so cruising only at speeds of about 10-12 knots. You can have single or twin engines. Obviously that is part of the reason that it's quite such good value. If you just start with a single 80 horsepower Yanmar engine for inland use, but you can fit twins up to twin 440 horsepower engines. It will go closer to about, I'm told, up to about 20-25 knots with those bigger engines if you need it, but realistically probably two smaller displacement engines just to punch a tide. Now, I told you get a lot of space for your money, and check this out. Absolutely enormous cockpit. You can, of course, have fitted seats in there if you want to, or you can just have a massive great space and put your own freestanding furniture. Now then, there are steps up to the Flybridge. We'll go and have a look there in a minute. Just take you on a quick tour of the decks. It is a full walk around boat. Nice wide decks, totally vertical windows, grab rails up here, plenty of space all around. Cool, that gave me a bit of a shock. Big sunbathing area on the foredeck, vertical windscreens. It's very much a kind of chunky trawler yacht design. Obviously, it's not the highest quality in the world. For that kind of money, you're not going to get sort of Sunseeker style or build quality, but you do get an awful lot for your money. Now let's have a look inside. We've got a lifting window here. That means it all opens up to the cockpit. You can see we've got a stern galley arrangement, oven and so on, fridge freezer there, sink, lots of storage around. I'm not going to show you all the storage, you get the idea. They're cupboards, we've seen them before. Big saloon space here, really nice dinette, good light colours, and actually pretty decent quality fabrics and fittings around here. It's a kind of matte oak finish. It is a veneer rather than solid oak, but again, that's pretty normal for this style of boat. Really good big windows all around. Sliding side door by the helm, great for ventilation. Very smart looking high gloss wheel. It's all electrical access to all the systems and pumps and so on. The standard screen is pretty small, but you can of course get a much bigger one, but it's all electronically controlled. Single or twin engines. This has got twins by the looks of things. Really good vertical screens all around. Great view out. There's a lot to like about that. Nice to see a handhold here. Sure, there are some relatively sharp corners on these edges. One or two things to look out for, but come on, you've got to admit that is a lot of boat for the money. And wait till you see what happens down here. Couple of steps down, and we have got 3 cabins. Let's start with the main event. This is the forward master cabin. Again, look at how much footroom there is around that bed. It's absolutely space to spare. The bed itself is tucked quite far forward. You can see it's a beam forward design, so quite beamy. Guessing there's a reason it's a displacement boat. I don't think it would be terribly comfortable if you're charging along at 30 knots. But again, look at all that space. Some quite nice detailing up above, a little bit of diamond stitch work, plenty of cupboards all around here, big windows opening, hatch above here, ensuite bathroom here. Now, there is an option to have a separate shower in this. For some reason, on this boat, they've just gone for a wet room style with the heads and a shower behind the door, but you can have a bigger bathroom. And frankly, why wouldn't you? When you've got this much space around here, it seems a bit of an odd choice not to. And then 2 further cabins behind. We've got 1 guest cabin here, another good sized bed, various sort of mouldings overhead, but good standing headroom by the door, really big window here. The lighting isn't great, if I'm honest. It could do with a bit of extra, more subtle recessed lighting, but when you're out on the water, that big window will let in lots of natural light. This has got an ensuite bathroom too. Actually, this has got a rather bigger ensuite bathroom. Again, it is a wet room rather than a separate shower. There's the shower, there's the drain in the floor. I think you probably will get a slightly damp floor, but I'm sure you can fit a separate shower compartment if you really want one. And then 3rd cabin in here. Another big bed, another hull window, bit of storage. Not massive storage, if I'm honest. This has got access to that other bathroom here. That is the shared bathroom with that forward master cabin. Also want to show you up on the Flybridge. We've got a remarkable amount of space up there too. You can see we've got cut-out steps, so you have to lead with the correct foot first because they're designed to work one way rather than the other, because it's quite a steep ladder and actually quite a narrow opening, which I've just bumped my head on. But if you take a little bit more care, if I wasn't rushing around to try and make it all fit in 10 minutes, you'd be fine. Now, big Flybridge, lovely sun pad up on the front. The reality is, I think that a lot of these boats will be sold on lakes and inland waterways, but it is a Category C cruiser, and with the twin engines, it's perfectly capable of going to sea. Nice seating area at the back. We've got a full-length bimini overhead. Small, basic helm system here. Barbecue sink wet bar at the back. Makes sense, all the smells drift off the back. And a lot of space. If you're apparently a lot of them get sold as charter boats, which you can see why. You get an awful lot of boat for your money, you get lots of sleeping space, relatively easy to look after. You probably noticed that all the interior had that kind of oak flooring rather than carpets. You can have carpets if you want, and they'll happily fit them. But again, a lot of it is just to keep things simple, manageable, and above all, cost effective. I'm going to cheat a little bit and use an engine room from the next door boat, because it turns out that the one I was looking at doesn't actually have its engines fitted yet. They're still waiting for them. So this one, on the other hand, is fitted. This is a single example rather than a twin, but you'll get an idea of why there's enough room for twins, because look how lost that engine looks in this massive, great engine bay. There it is. Yanmar 75 horsepower engine, straight shaft drive, acres of space all around it. We've got a hot water cylinder over there, we've got batteries over there, and colossal amounts of space. I think it looks like the rudder has been taken off too, but you get the idea. There is masses of space for 2 much bigger engines than this dinky little single 75. So there we go. That is the new Cobra Seamaster 45. Now, I know I said it started at 269,000 euros ex VAT, and you can get a boat for that. Realistically, if you want it with twin engines and a bit more spec, it's going to be a good chunk more than that, particularly by the time you've added tax. Nevertheless, huge amount of boat for your money, lots of space, comfortable, Category B cruiser for sensible money. Do let me know what you made of the boat and our new 10-minute tour series. Hope you've enjoyed it. Really look forward to seeing you on more like this.